Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. Let's continue the MS Excel video course tutorials. Now in this video tutorial, I will explain how to display the unique or distant records from an SQL Server database dynamically in an Excel sheet using a Power Query. I will show you two methods. One is using the select statement, how to fetch the unique records from a table, and also I will show you the second method using the Power Query. So let's start the tutorial. How to display records from SQL Server database. Here we got the SQL Server database. In this SQL Server database, we got some duplicate records. But I want to fetch the records for only unique values in our Excel sheet. In sheet 1, I have used the select statement using the inner join, segregate functions, and group by clause. And in the sheet 2, I have used the second method, which I want to use the Power Query editor. That's it. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. For this video tutorial, I have created one new workbook. The workbook name is the Book 1 Excel sheet. Now my aim is I want to fetch records from a database, which are the unique records from a table. That database is the SQL Server. So first let's log into my SQL Server database. Let's connect to my SQL Server Management Studio. I'm connecting my SQL Server Management Studio. After that, I'm expanding the databases. So notice in the databases there are two user-defined databases, ABC and Charan. Let me expand this Charan database. Now in this Charan database, I'm expanding the tables folder. In this tables folder, for this example, I'm taking the fruits table. Let's browse the table, right click the fruits table and select top 1000 rows. And here we got the results of the fruit table, which contains some records. And if you notice, the fruit names contain some duplicate values. For example, grapes here also we got grapes, apple. Like that we got some duplicate records is there. Now I want to fetch these records, only the unique values. Wherever the duplicate values I don't want to display here, only unique records I want to get. So first method I will show you using the statement. Go to data, and the data, notice the get and transform. There is a new query option here, click that one. From database, SQL Server database. Now once we got the SQL Server database, we require the server name, which is our SQL Server name. Let's grab that one. Again, switch over to our SQL Server Management Studio. In the Object Explorer, there is a plug symbol. Click that one. Here we got the server name, which is this one. Copy this one and switch over to our Excel sheet and paste that one. Now after that, when we are adding advanced options, when I am using advanced options, because we need to write the select statement, so we require the database. The database name is Charan database. So let's add the database name here, Charan. From this Charan database, I want to fetch the fruits table, which are the unique records. So here the statement is select. If you add distinct, suppose distinct, nicety distinct, fruit name, distinct fruit name, and fruit ID from fruits. Notice what I'll get is the output. Distinct spelling is wrong. DISTINCT, distinct. Click OK. Notice here I want to get the output. I'm getting all the duplicate values also, because even though if I use a distinct value, I'm fetching this fruit ID also, which are the no duplicate records. So let's cancel this one. Instead of using distinct, we need to use inner joins. Again, switch over to data. Now the correct query is to get the unique records from the table. Again, let's copy our database name. Again, I'm adding my database server name. After that, we need to add the database name, advanced option. Now the query is select. Here I'm declaring one alias name. Let's add a select x dot asterisk from fruits. The table name we have to add fruits. After that, as x. Now inner join. I'm creating one dummy table comparing the unique records. Now here the query is select fruit ID. Let's add the fruit name. I want to get the fruit name based on the unique records. Fruit name, fruit ID. Then as fruit ID, it was a alias name for fruit ID. From fruits, group by. Here I am using group by clause, group by fruit name. After that, I am using group by clause in this statement. So now here based on here we require one alias name as y. Now x dot fruit ID is equals to y dot fruit ID, and x dot fruit name is equals to y dot fruit name. That's it. Now let's run this statement. Click OK. And notice here we got encountered an error while trying to connect this fruit ID, because when we are using group by clause, we need to add the aggregate function for this fruit ID. So remember, when we are using group by clause, we need to compulsory use the aggregate functions. That aggregate function is here for the fruit ID. You can add the maximum or minimum function. Aggregate functions are max, minimum, average, like that in SQL Server database. So this is a query to fetch the unique records. Click OK. Now notice here we got the records, fruit name, sales, and fruit ID, which are these ones. Now we got 10 records here, but if you check here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The duplicate records are eliminated from that records. Here displayed only unique records. Now load to. Now here the load to, I am selecting the table. Don't select create connection. Select the table option. After that, if you want to display on a new worksheet or the existing worksheet, I want to display on the existing worksheet. I want to load the data on the existing worksheet. I have selected, and here notice here the column name $A$1, which is a selected cell. If you want, you can select any other cell. See here the select range is changing, but I am selecting the A1 cell. Click OK. After that, click load, and notice here we got the unique records are displayed dynamically from the database. If you add a new record here, again one more record, selected it 1000 rows, 11, for example, I am adding 11. Here I am adding again watermelon, which is already present. Watermelon, and this is 99. You can get any number, but I want to display only the fruit name, unique numbers. Now refresh the table folder. Again switch over to our Excel sheet. Now go to data, here refresh all. See, fruit ID is 11 watermelon. We have get only the unique values, even though we have entered the new value watermelon, which contains a duplicate record in this table. But here in our Excel sheet we got only the unique records. This is how we write the select query using the inner join with aggregate functions and group by columns. Now using the Power Query is very simple. For that I'm creating one more sheet too. Again go to data option. What I'll do is just leave it like that. Workbook, this is the query for the select statement. Now I'm creating the new query using the Power Query editor. In the data, again go to new query from database, SQL Server database. I'm pasting my SQL Server database name. Now this time I'm not adding my database name, which is a Charan. I'm not adding. I'm just adding my SQL Server name. After that, click OK. Then notice here we got our user defined database from this server name. I'm expanding the Charan database and fruits table here. Here we got watermelon is added. So let's refresh the data. Here we got the watermelon also. Now I want to display the unique records. First load to, click the only create connection. This time click only create connection. If you click the table, it will display the records here, but click only create connection, click load. Here the fruits connection is open. Now select this fruits connection only, double click the fruits table. Here we got the query editor. Now select the fruit name, right click the mouse, remove duplicates. See here we got whatever the duplicate records we got in the fruit names has been removed or deleted. Now close and load. The data has been updated. Now see, now we got only unique records. Now right click the mouse, load to. Now this time select the table and existing worksheet. I want to display the sheet to this two in the same cell name which I have selected, A1 cell name. Click load, and here we got the fruits data is displayed dynamically in the Excel sheet from SQL Server database. I have showed two methods using the select statement with inner joins, group by clause and aggregate function, and the second method using the Power Query editor. Now let's add one new record 12. Now this time I'm adding Gava. Let's add the Gava, which is a unique value. We don't have any here. Gava and 25. Now record has been added successfully. Let's refresh the data. Now switch over to our Excel sheet. Now go to data, refresh all. See here we got the Gava is added successfully, and here also we got Gava is added. That's it. In this video tutorial I have explained how to display records from SQL Server database. Here we got the SQL Server database. In this SQL Server database we got some duplicate records, but I want to fetch the records only unique values in our Excel sheet. In sheet 1 I have used the select statement using the inner joins, aggregate functions and group by clause, and in the sheet 2 I have used the second method which I want to use the Power Query editor. That's it. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. Please subscribe, share and leave your valuable comment. We'll catch you in my next video tutorial.